Pelosi became rich.
Why do you have to read that? We're here to talk about the 60th anniversary of Medicaid. That's what I agreed to come to talk about.
But I wanted
what that means in the election.
I wanted to give you a chance just to respond. He accused you of insider trading. What's your response to that?
That's ridiculous. In fact, I very much support the stop.
What did he say? I wanted to give you a chance just to respond. He accused you of insider trading. What's your response to that?
Oh, put that you see how she paused? She up there shaking. And she pissed drunk. She is drunk. Put this heifer in jail, prison, slammer yard. Turn the lights off. I'm telling you, Jake. I'm telling you now. You know you want to do it. Look at your face. You know you want to get law enforcement involved. CNN might gain some points. CNN might gain the people's trust back. Y'all might gain the trust back if you just get law enforcement involved right now, Jake. Right now. You know you want to do it.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Now, this all done stirred up after President Trump just called for Nancy Pelosi to be investigated. We just keep, hey, I'm here for it, DJT. I'm here for it now. I'm here for it.
Things very carefully, and this just happened. So I'll take a look at it. But conceptually, I like it. And what I do think is Nancy Pelosi should be investigated because she has the highest return of anybody practically in the history of Wall Street, save a few. How did that happen? It happened by she knows exactly what's going to happen, what's going to be announced. She buys stock, and then the stock goes up after the announcement's made. And she ought to be investigated.
Oh, hell. CNN. Put this heifer in jail. They should have been walked this heifer out. Jake, just do us all a favor. Call 911. Maybe CNN might gain its credibility back. Maybe you might gain the people's trust back if you call 911 right now live on air and get this heifer arrested at the headquarters. Live on TV, broadcasted. Yeah, everywhere. Maybe CNN, y'all might gain your points back. You might gain the people's trust. The people might believe in the fake news media again if you arrest this heifer. I'm just saying, I'm giving y'all advice. They say, Rick, please, sir, don't give CNN no advice. I'm just saying, but this heifer got called out, and this is what I want to see. An unhinged meltdown. They should have been walked this heifer out. Inside trading, all kind of crap. I tell you, it's a disgrace. And I think they ought to go down there in Washington and just walk everybody out. Everybody need to be investigated, audited, shaken down, thrown against the wall, thrown on the floor, frisked everybody down. We'll find out who's clean. I tell you, everybody laughing to the bank. It's a disgrace down there, these politicians, these scums. But if you want to gain your trust back, CNN, Jake, Mr. Tapper, I say call 911. I say get law enforcement involved. And we walk this stuff out live on air. Then maybe CNN, fake news media, the enemy of the people, you might gain your trust back. Nah, I don't think you're going to gain anything. But even if y'all did that, it's gotten too bad with CNN. I don't think so.
Let me just read what he said. I'm sorry that we had some sort of technical issue. Nancy Pelosi became rich.
Why do you have to read that? We're here to talk about the 60th anniversary of Medicaid. That's what I agreed to.
No. We got to read it, ma'am. You see that body language? We got to read it. We got to let you know. They ought to walk your butt out in handcuffs.
That we're here to talk about the 60th anniversary of Medicaid. That's what I agreed to come to talk about.
But I wanted
what that means in the election.
I wanted to give you a chance just to respond. He accused you of insider trading. What's your response to that?
That's ridiculous. In fact, I very much support the trading of members of Congress. Not that I think anybody's doing anything wrong. If they are prosecuted and they go to jail.
This heifer's such a lying fraud. They need to put this heifer in handcuffs. You just can't make this up. I'm gonna let her speak though. I'm gonna let her finish off. They say, Rick, please let her finish. Please stop talking on the clip, sir. Please, sir, let me hear the clip. Okay, here y'all go, family. I'm gonna run it back.
What's your response to that?
That's ridiculous. In fact, I very much support the trading of members of Congress. Not that I think anybody's doing anything wrong. If they are prosecuted and they go to jail. But because of the confidence it instills in the American people, don't worry about this. But I have no concern about the obvious investments that had been made over time. I'm not into it. My husband is, but it is.
We know about your husband. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to budge in. I'm so sorry. This heifer need to be walked out. She pissed drunk. She up there shaking. Jake, look at Jake Tapper. Tapper, you know you want to do it. I'm telling you, this will look good on your resume, sir. If you do it right now, if you get law enforcement on the phone, this will look good on your Jake. Hear me out, Jake. If you do this right now, Jake, I'm telling you, it'll look good on your resume, and maybe CNN will gain some kind of points, some kind of trust. I'm just saying, maybe. Them Patriots say hell no, but I'm just saying maybe.
Anything to do with anything insider, but the president has his own exposure, so he's always projecting. And let's not give him any more time on that, please. We're going forward here, and I'm very proud of my family. And while he might make fun of us, while somebody inspired by him breaks into our home and hits my husband in a deadly fashion, hits my husband over the head, and he thinks that's a riot, I'd rather not go into some of my other complaints about him right now. Rather to talk about the 60th anniversary of Medicaid.
I told you she's drunk. I told you. And it's not just President Trump, ma'am. It's majority of America. Majority of America ought to think you'd be walked out. Yeah, even Democrats think you ought to be walked out, ma'am. Does she not know this? I mean, everybody been talking about this for a very long time. I'm just saying. Oh, it's a good day when we see these Democrats, and especially this one right here, having meltdowns live on TV after being called out, and even the President of the United States calling for her to also be investigated, you know? Says, do you support Nancy Pelosi getting investigated for insider trading, making her millions of dollars? I already know y'all answer, so y'all don't even have to say nothing in the comments. I already know your answer. You know, it says the eyebrows don't lie. Look at photo 1, look at photo 2. Yeah. And I think she off a couple shots. Yeah, I think she's all. I think they ought to make her breathe in a walkie-talkie before she go. I'm just saying, they ought to make her breathe in a walkie-talkie. But good question is, why is Nancy Pelosi above the law? I want to know why Martha Stewart went to prison for insider trading, and Pelosi is still not in prison. We just want to know. You know. Here we go. All right, Holly, let's do it.
Chairman Paul, let me just say that we have an opportunity here today to do something that the public has wanted us to do for decades, and that is to ban members of Congress from profiting on information that, frankly, only members of Congress have in the buying and selling of stock. 86% of Americans say that members of Congress should not be able to buy and sell shares of stock, individual stock, while they are members of this body, and they are absolutely correct. And the reason is, you can see it, there was just another ethics referral in the House last week. We've seen the former Speaker of the House make millions of dollars in profits. We've seen members of both parties, I'm sad to say, be investigated for their stock trades. And the reason for all of this is that, quite frankly, members of this body are privy to information that the normal person just is not. Now, is that insider trading? It is not under the laws. Sometimes people say, well, we already have insider trading laws. We don't need a stock ban. Well, the information that members of Congress are privy to is technically not covered by the insider trading laws, but nobody really believes that the information that we get isn't valuable. It is quite valuable, which is why back during COVID, you saw members of Congress of both parties engage in a flurry of stock trading right after they were getting COVID briefings. Were members of the public getting those briefings? They were not. Were members of the public privy to the kind of information that was being given to members of Congress? No, they were not. And so when you look at what members of Congress are privy to, what they are able to trade on, the access that they have, it's just qualitatively different than your average Joe or Jane, which is why we ought to put into place common sense guardrails that say, if you want to be a member of Congress, you can put you want to save, great. You can buy mutual funds, you can buy broadly diversified investment vehicles. You should not be able to buy and trade individual stock shares, in which, frankly, we have an interest in the work that we do. We have information that no other people get, no other members of the public have. This bill would finally redress that. It is, in substance, identical to the bill that the committee passed last year. And I believe it is a huge step forward in finally addressing this problem. I urge a yes vote.
They say the Pelosi Act. The Pelosi Act. Just want that heifer to go to jail. Be walked out in handcuffs live. You know, that's all. That's all we want. But this is good. Nancy Pelosi has broke the internet of being called out on insider trading. This is what we want. This is what we want. This is how we stir it up. Our president is doing a good job stirring it up. We doing a good job stirring it up as we take win after win after win, and we just stirring it up because we got to feed the family. Yeah, everybody got to eat. Yeah. But let me know what y'all think, man. You know, we come on here and have fun with you guys. You know, have a good laugh. You know, we know how corrupt it is. And we've been calling this out for such a long time. So, as dark and corrupt as it's gotten, you know, and still not held accountable, at least we can come on here and have a good laugh, you know. But we are still rooting and advocating for this heifer and many others to be held accountable. Simple. Held accountable. But hope y'all are having an amazing week, man. Take care of y'all. You know, be aware, be safe, be aware of your surroundings, especially if you're going out into the public. It's getting crazy, as y'all can see, man. You know, it is getting crazy. People are just losing their mind. You know, something up here is not clicking. So know how to protect and defend yourself as well. You know, but for the most part, you should be good. But again, just be aware. You know, be aware of your surroundings. Take care of yourself, and let's end these next 6 months. These next 6 months off on a good note, man. We're gonna start off an amazing August, y'all. An amazing August, and we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. And we're gonna keep riding. Yes, sir. Even with the check engine light on, we still riding. Long as she crank, long as she turn over, we still gonna ride her now. Yes, indeed. But I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace and love, family.